That was terrible. Now I gotta come home and deal with this. What? Oh, you look like you've been crying. Not that it's my problem. Yeah, okay. My date? It went fantastic. No, God, can't you tell? It was awful. Both agreed to be there at 7 at the restaurant she picked, mind you. I text her like 6:50ish, I'm there and grabbing a table, but she goes radio silent. She gets there 30 minutes later. You know how awkward it is to sit there for half an hour after you tell the waiter you're on a date? Looks like you got stuck up, and that sucks. What does she say after she finally gets there? She couldn't find a babysitter at the last minute. There was nothing on her profile about having a kid. Look, there's nothing wrong with having one, but we were talking for weeks. I figured she would have told me, especially if it's something that important. Oh, it just gets so much worse. I need to calm down for a minute. Breathe, Mike, breathe. Yeah, it was rough. Tell you what, did you have anything to eat? Of course not, you idiot. Nothing. You know you still need to eat when I'm not here to cook for your sorry ass? Well, if you agree to listen to how horrible that date went, I'll make you a little something. No, there will be no favors in this apartment. I don't want to owe you anything. Deal? Just some ramen? Alright, I shouldn't complain, that's easy. Nope, no take backsies. You said ramen, I'm making ramen. Where was I earlier? Oh yeah, she just got there and told me about her kid. Now there's red flags firing in my head everywhere. Couldn't find a babysitter and still decided to go on this date. But let me tell you what she was wearing. You see how I'm dressed, right? Nice button up and the dress pants. This place is nice. She shows up in a t-shirt and ripped jeans. Something you'd wear to class. I thought I was going to be the underdressed one. So let's go over it. She picked a fancy restaurant, gets there late, dressed casually, and has a kid I don't know about. Right. Now it seems like she's trying to get a free meal out of me. Hold on, do you remember me showing you her pictures? Yeah, the one that looked like you, don't remind me. No, she looked like the pictures, which I was happy about. No, don't you dare try to fish compliments from me. Yes, it was a coincidence that she happened to have a strong physical similarity to you. Just drop it. You said I could rant about my date. Yeah, we've barely gotten into the actual date. So she sits down and we both order our food, blah de blah. We get through some of the small talk and this lady does the unthinkable. Pulls out her phone on the first date. I know. But she doesn't just sit there. She starts taking pictures. I gotta put this on my story. I don't even get on my phone when I'm talking to you. And that says something. Have not? Okay, maybe I am on it sometimes with other people, but they're not my roommates, so it doesn't count. She's on her phone nearly the whole time, taking pictures and posting stuff. I'm pretty sure she got my picture a couple times. No, she didn't ask. Luckily, my waiter could tell what was going on, and he started giving me those looks. Eventually, I went to the bathroom, and he caught up to me and told me I could dip out and she'd have to cover my bill, but I didn't. Probably should have, though. When we were wrapping things up, she got her things, gave me a nice non-consensual peck on the cheek as thanks for me covering the bill on this shitty date. No, it wasn't bad, only $50, and I left that guy a nice tip. He said if he could, he'd take my meal off the receipt, but he wasn't allowed. I certainly appreciate the sentiments, though. Your ramen's done. I got it nice and doctored up for you, the way you like it. Stop looking so far into things. Did that so I'd have more time to rant. tried to make it very clear we're just roommates, no matter how much you beg and plead. What happened in high school is in the past. Okay, that may have been a little far. I'm sorry, I've had a rough night. Thank you for listening. I suppose we can be a little more than roommates. No, not like that. Friends. I consider us friends. I suppose that does mean I can be a little more lenient with the favors. What's up? You want me to shit on that lady some more? You're the worst. I am glad to see you feeling better, though. I was a little worried when I saw you crying when I walked in the door. I'll have you tell me more about it later. Nope, I'll remember, don't worry. I really did try to enjoy the date. I made small talk. Whether she was listening or not was another question, but she just seemed so uninterested. Even when I asked about her, she gave me the most basic answers. Here, let me give you an example. She mentioned she had quite a few followers on Insta, so I asked why she liked doing it. A nice, open-ended question. I figured that would get her to talk. But it was just, nope. I don't know, it feels nice. Could have been, I love meeting new people and documenting. Just not something so boring. I'm glad you get it. If I can tolerate you, I should be able to tolerate anyone. I'm kidding. I like spending time with you. I mean, as much as two roommates can enjoy spending time with each other, I'd still much rather be back home. I'm sure you feel the same. What? You're looking at me like I said something stupid. I don't think I did. Well, yeah, of course you'd rather be back home. I know your family isn't the best, but I treat you like garbage. Sure, I despise you a little bit less than normal people, and a little less than in high school. You still wouldn't want to be back home? Why? I mean, if you look too far into things like you do, sure, I cook you food all the time and strictly date people who look nearly identical to you. I was wondering when you were gonna notice that one. Even when I bullied the shit out of you in high school, I only had eyes for you whether I wanted to or not. Yeah. About time I said it. In a way, I think that's why I hated you so much. Yet here we are now, two broke college students sharing an apartment. I was never able to get rid of you anyway, so what's the point in trying anymore? I'm sorry for the way I treated you. There was no way to treat a person. Especially one I have had a crush on. I know that now. How many failed dates did it take? Well, right now I think I'm 0-11. I'm 1-11? What are you talking about? Well, I suppose this is kind of like a date. We're chilling together. You're enjoying the food I made you. Kind of lame, but if it's with you, how could I say no? When's our next one gonna be? Absolutely. After finally realizing how I feel, I'm eager to make up for lost time. I still do have that crush. Come on, you put up with me this long and decided to be my roommate? There's gotta be a reason you're sticking around with me. And I think I know what it is. Mind if I sit down with you? Didn't think so. I'm glad you still have faith in me, even though I should have shattered it for a good while now. Did you really know I was gonna have a change of heart, or were you just hoping? Good answer. Yeah, I certainly went through a lot of character development. I want to be kind now that I really know what it's like to be on the receiving end of some awful people. I'd like to change. I know it'll take a while, but I think I can start being kind to you. Make it a little more obvious, too. I think you could be a big help. All these years, and I've never seen you put someone down. It's very admirable. Some of the reason I resented you so much. You're so kind when others still aren't. When I wasn't. Yet you waited for me to finally grow some sense, and didn't even look at anyone else. Thank you. Let me guess, that's why you were crying earlier. Yeah, I always noticed after the dates I went on, you never looked too good after I got back. Hey, it only took 11, right? I'm sorry. I promise I'll make it up to you, any way I can. And if that means giving up the rest of my little heart to you, so be it. This reminds me of that incident. You know which one I'm talking about? Oh, don't make me say it. The one in the locker room. When you finally managed to get me alone, without all my little goonies to make fun of you. I didn't know how to interact with you alone, so I just ignored you. Until finally you pinned me against the locker. How bold. I was in shock. I thought you were gonna try and kick my ass, but you didn't. You just walked off. I won't lie, it made my heart flutter a little. Tension in the air, our faces so close together, an empty locker room, no one there to stop what could have happened. I went hard after you that week. I just couldn't get you out of my head. All those terribly lewd thoughts of what could have been. I was never more confused, and I took it out on you. From knocking the books out of your hands, calling you names, or carving stuff into your desk. There was just one thing I couldn't do. Find the courage to talk to you about it. That was the scariest thing. I'm glad I finally found it now. That last shitty date really pushed me over the edge. Were you ever jealous because of all those dates I went on? Yeah, I kinda figured. The crying wouldn't talk to me for a day or two. But I suppose there was really nothing to worry about. None of them went anywhere anyways. And I do have a very specific taste in my partner. Well, they have to be funny, kind, smart, pretty, and my roommate. You just happen to check all the boxes. I know I was talking about making up for lost time earlier, and... No. I was wondering if I could crash in your bed with you tonight. It's already getting late, and I'm exhausted after that fiasco. Really? You're okay with that? Oh, thank you. I really didn't want to be alone tonight. You all done with your ramen? Yeah, I'll do all the dishes tomorrow. I got more important things to do. Like making myself nice and at home in your bed. Whoa. It's a lot different than I remember. Well, I guess I haven't been in here much. I like it. It's very cozy. Almost like I could pass out without a moment's notice. Now, we can cuddle for a little bit if that's alright with you, of course. No, it's more than okay with me. Dear? Should we discuss pet names tomorrow? Yeah, I always like to use them, but I never really had someone to use them on. Yeah, your name was always idiot, or stupid, or dumbass. Sorry about that. We'll try and change that. I was always just busy being an asshole. Which I'm trying to change, but for now I'll just try to be cordial with people. Nothing too different. Hopefully I won't go into class smiling like an idiot, knowing I get to come back home to you every day. Nope, that's definitely gonna happen. Let's hope nobody notices. Scratch that too. I love to talk about you with others. You're practically all I talk about anyways. Even on the date today. I mentioned you and how much of a pain it is to take care of you. Do you still want to fall asleep like this? Or can I get a little spoon? Alright, we'll stay like this. Your hair smells so nice. No, I wasn't trying to be weird. I was just breathing and lying like this. Your hair is right in my face, so it's not hard to smell. It's so soft, too. Mind if I play with it for a little bit? Yes. I got a few exams coming up, so I can't be staying up too late. And I know for sure you have a couple, so why don't you try and get some rest? I like talking too, but sleep is so important. Have you seen the studies done on test scores and sleep the night prior? Getting a good night's rest is like an automatic 5% boost. It's supposed to do studying throughout the semester, not one night before finals. Here's a better example. If I practice a language for 15 minutes every day, or a couple hours every other week, what do you think is more effective? Every day. And in the long run, it saves me time. So let's try to fix those sleep and study habits. Well, I gotta play a more active role in your daily habits, because I'm your boyfriend now. Duh. Unless you've changed your mind. I didn't think so. You sound like you're falling asleep. Talking about studying isn't the most exciting topic. Drift away to sleep for me, dear. Good night. I love you.